Alrighty, let's take a look at this question. So we're asked to write the equation of the graph in the form with the cosine function, and amplitude, as you had written, is max minus min divided by 2, and we get 3 for that because our maximum is 7, our minimum is 1. And then D, our midline, is at max plus min divided by 2, which is turning into 4. Now, period, you would want to look at the length of one cycle. So if you start from the y-axis and follow that through until you've completed one full cycle, then whatever you read off the x-axis would be the length of the period. Now, since we have 1, 2, 3, 4 squares to get to 2 pi, 1, 2, 3, another 4 squares would bring us to 4 pi. So our period is 4 pi, and therefore our b value would be 2 pi divided by 4 pi, which is 1/2. So in for a, because we're doing where a is less than 0, it would be -3, our b value 1/2, and then bracket x, and then I'm just going to finish off the rest of the equation, leave some space for the vertical or the horizontal phase shift, and then plus d at the end, so plus 4 from the equation y equals a cos b bracket x minus c plus d. Okay, now let's talk about c. If a is less than 0 and it's a cosine function, then you would be looking for the minimum point and how far off of the y-axis it's been moved. So the minimum point, probably the closest one would be this one here, and it used to be on the y-axis, so it's moved 3 squares to the left, but 3 squares, we've got to figure out how much that is. So 4 squares was how many it took to get to 2 pi, which means half of that, 2 squares would be pi, which means each square is equal to pi over 2, half a pi. So 3 squares would be 1/2, 2 halves, 3 halves of a pi, and we're moving to the left, so it would be plus 3 pi over 2. And there we go. So that is how we get the equation when a is less than 0 for a cosine function. Alrighty, hope that helped.